Hey guys, today I want to talk to you about internal stairs. There's so many options out there for internal stairs, and unless you know a little bit more about behind the scenes and how they get built, it's very hard to make a decision. So look, obviously the most economical and cheapest form of timber stairs is just a pine closed tread set of stairs which may be carpeted or painted. But then the most common ones these days are your stained, either closed treads or open treads. And then you can, up from there, you can step into a sawtooth stringer. Means you actually don't see any stringer along the wall. Your treads get rebated into the sawtooth pattern, and it's a really good way of having a little bit of detail in the stairs, but still being reasonably economical. But then look, you step up the stairs like the ones we have here today. So these days we're getting a lot of architects and designers designing these internal staircases, and the work involved in these can be huge. So look, if you step up to like something like a mono steel stringer with timber treads or concrete treads, you're talking anywhere from $7,500 to sort of $15,000. And then you get a set of stairs like this one here that is completely custom. So on this particular project, all the steel stringers were all fabricated on site and welded, as they had to meet different heights and angles. And then also on top of that, it incorporates all this custom metalwork balustrading. And then as you can see, the treads are very different to normal. So coming off our steel stringers, we've got custom cut brackets. They've all been laser cut and welded. And then we've actually got a painted substrate underneath, so it's structural. And then they've been overlaid with the same tongue groove flooring that's been used throughout the house. So the detail, the time and effort that has gone into these stairs is huge. Unless you know a little bit about behind the scenes and what actually goes into it, it's very hard to understand why there's so much cost involved. So just quickly for an example, on this particular project, we've had steel fabricators on site and draftsmen coming out, taking all the heights, doing all the on-site measurements, which then goes off and they do detailed shop drawings. Those detailed shop drawings then come back, they get sent to us, they get sent to the architect. We double check all those measurements on site, make sure it's what we're after, and then they go back to the steel fabricator. Once they get signed off and approved, the steel fabricator cuts all the steel and gets it all tacked together. And because of the detail and where these particular stairs had to fit on site, they then get brought back and we actually installed them on site and did a bit of a pre-run to make sure they're all perfect. And then they got welded off and ground and finished on site. And then this one, because it's actually got 3 different coloured paint finishes throughout the staircase. So the painter's done a fantastic job doing all the prep work and painting all that on site. And then we come through from there, we put the structural substrate onto all the steel brackets, and they're all painted a different colour as well. And then once we got to a point where we could finish the stairs off, we've come through with our carpenters and we've done all the tongue groove overlay. So that was one of the longest parts of the project. Not sure if you can pick up the detail, but all the corners have been mitered. They've got a border around the edge. They've also got a trim piece underneath which hides the end grain of the substrates. The detail and the time and just the actual on-site labour to get a staircase like this is huge. So speak to your designer and architect during your construction, show them pictures of what it is you're after and get them to put some prices on it. A staircase is one of those things that can be a massive feature of the home, and in this particular case it's seen from the kitchen, dining room, living area, outside and the hallway, so it's worth spending that money and making it a real feature of the job. So guys, hope that helps you out when choosing the stairs for your next project.